it's me again, and I'm in Dallas, home of the Dallas Cowboys, the Dallas Mavericks, and Dallas, my mom's second cousin twice removed. Now we all know who shot J.R. Ewing, but do we really know who shot J.F.K.? November 22nd, 1963, shots fired out on Elm Street in Maine as John F. Kennedy come down the street in a procession in Dallas, Texas. The Warren Commission concluded that Kennedy was shot by lone gunman Lee Harvey Oswald. But a lot of conspiracy theories have arisen since, which were portrayed in Oliver Stone's movie J.F.K. Who do you think shot J.F.K.?
My theory is the mob.
That's one for mob. We got one for mob so far. I'm just starting. Okay. All right.
I have no idea.
You have no idea.
They say the Oswald guy did.
Okay. And do you know what happened to Oswald?
No, I don't.
No. Have you ever heard of Jack Ruby?
No.
Okay. Who do you think shot JFK?
Well, I think that the Cuban government compiled with Russia were behind it, and he was shot from the sewer straight out. It wasn't Lee Harvey Oswald. He was a scapegoat.
Russia and Cuba got together and shot him.
Yeah.
You know, we suffered afterwards.
I hooked up with my newest bestest friend, Orlando, who's going to take me downtown and show me around.
We're like a black state of the country. People avoided us. It took us nearly 30 years to recover economically. Thank God for the Dallas Cowboys. Thank God for the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay, I'm on a tour. Go find out who killed JFK. My newest bestest friend, Orlando. He's driving us around. How you doing, buddy?
Hello.
We love you.
Peace out. Never later.
Okay, the first place Orlando's going to take me is to the boarding house where Lee Harvey Oswald lived. This is the boarding house where Lee Harvey Oswald was, where he lived. The lady who owns it, actually her grandma owned it back at that time. I'm going to go in and check it out. Follow me.
Miss Pat has it set up the way it looked back in 1963. If you've seen Oliver Stone, J.F.K., you'll notice how it looks just the same, literally.
This is a TV that sat in that corner in 1963. It was found in a secondhand store, refurbished, and donated to this museum.
Here's a bulletin from CBS News. In Dallas, Texas, 3 shots were fired at President Kennedy's motorcade in downtown Dallas. The first reports say that President Kennedy has been seriously wounded by this shooting.
Then it was back to the soap opera, not for long. And almost exactly 1 hour after his initial bulletin, this now famous announcement.
From Dallas, Texas, the flash, apparently official, President Kennedy died at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, some 38 minutes ago. Vice President Lyndon Johnson has left the hospital in Dallas, but we do not know to where he has proceeded. Presumably, he will be taking the oath of office shortly and become the 36th President of the United States.
Okay, so some people think Russia did it. Some think Cuba did it. Some think the mob did it. Some think Lee Harvey Oswald did it. And some think that our Vice President Johnson did it. Now, see, they didn't get along real good. Kennedy needed votes in Texas, so that's why he took him as his running mate to start with. But I know who shot JFK. And I'll tell you. But you gotta follow me. Oh yeah, I gotta see. Miss Pat's grandma owned this place at the time, and she has her own theories about what happened. You see, Lee Harvey was also accused of shooting Deputy Tippit.
Got some timing issues. Officer Tippit was shot at 1:15. When Lee is arrested at the Texas Theater, naturally they start talking to everyone else that's in the theater. And there was one man that said he noticed Lee from the beginning of the movie. If that's true, the movie started at 1:07. So if Lee was at the theater at 1:07, he could not have killed Officer Tippit at 1:15. We also have a problem with the jacket. The jacket that he puts on here, the police and FBI say they retrieved that from a gas station under a car that he had just taken it off and thrown it under. Problem is, the jacket had a dry cleaner's tag. They could never find the dry cleaner.
This is the spot where Officer Tippit was shot.
For a bit. Then as Tippit is about to exit the police car, Oswald pulls out his pistol from his pocket, shoots 3 shots across the hood of the car, striking Tippit. Well, then he stops. He's about to leave. He hesitates. He goes back around the car, and he shoots Tippit a 4th time through the head, execution style.
This is the gas station where Lee Harvey hid his coat. Oswald hid the jacket.
Yeah, later the authorities will find it.
So as cops are racing down the street to help Officer Tippit, Oswald dips into a dress store, stands in the window in plain sight as a mannequin as the cops fly
He
by.
spots Oswald hiding in the display in cave. They pass by. Oswald walks out. Johnny steps out and starts following him. Now, he's not sure if this is the guy they're looking for. Now, up here on my right, we have the Texas Theater. See the marquee? The marquee is a replica of what it looked like back in 1963. That's because Oliver Stone, while filming scenes for his film J.F.K, he had the studio replicate the marquee for the movie, and then after filming, he had it donated to the theater. Yeah.
Where next, Miami?
Because later
This
they
is
found
considered the
his
Neely house because it's on Neely Street, and this is where allegedly this picture was
So
taken.
the conspiracy theory is, if you look at the shadow at his neck, it doesn't match the shadow behind his back. Something about the time.
This is the Carousel Club owned by Lee Harvey's assassin.
Jack Ruby. So Jack Ruby was the owner of the Carousel Club that was here. Now, we do know that Jack Ruby, had mob ties. In fact, when he was younger, when he lived in Chicago, he did favors for Al Capone. You see, that Friday evening, the police here were under a lot of pressure. They weren't prepared to handle the media. I mean, you had a tsunami of media people out here. So, under pressure, the police allowed the news inside to interrogate Oswald. Remember when he goes, I'm a patsy, I'm a patsy? Mm-hmm. Oswald's only accused of the murder of Tippit. He wouldn't be accused of the murder of the president until the next day. You can't say that Dallas and all you can. She said the president gave a big smile after the event, and that's when the shots were. Now, the first shot missed the motorcade car, ricocheted off the curb. Here we have the plaque here. You're right here on the lawn, crawling on the ground, covering the 2 boys. That image of them is in history books. Now, the Newmans, within 10 minutes, are taken down the street to the local WFA newsroom where they're interviewed on live TV. Now, from the very beginning, Mr. Newman told the world that he heard the shots come from behind the mound. Later, a news reporter refers to the lawn from the fence as the Grassy Knoll.
Okay, I'm right now on what everybody is known as the Grassy Knoll. Check it out. And there's the suppository.
Another eyewitness, Jean Hill, she was over there. She wanted to get the attention of the president because she wanted to take a photo. Now, she said that she saw the 3rd shot happen behind the fence. And where she was at, she had a good view of the 6th floor window. But she said that she saw the shot coming behind the fence that happened right in front of her. Now, the Warren Commission completely ignored her testimony.
That was where the fatal shot happened. Right here. Here's where Abraham Scooter shot his video that fateful day in '63.
Now, this hunt is brutal.
I'm going into the suppository to check out where he shot him at. Okay, this is the 6th floor of the suppository. This is the window, allegedly, where Lee Harvey Oswald took the shot that rang along the wall. Now, them trees were a lot smaller back then. I'm in the 6th floor of the suppository. You know, I told you who I think shot J.F.K. It was one of the oldest reasons in the book. Jealousy. The person who shot J.F.K. was Joe DiMaggio. And that's the name of that tune. Peace out, OG. Hey, can you tell me who you think shot JFK?
Who's JFK?